Hi, document design students. The Kostelnik and Roberts book presents us with a nice exercise for our word learning assignment, number 3. I call it the Prescott promo page. In the second edition, you have a series of them culminating on page 160 with their final version. And in the first edition, the final version is on page 171. Now, there's a little bit of difference between the two, and I'm not too concerned about the minor differences. Uh, the second edition has shading for the top area of the page. I would say let's not worry about the shading. Shading, to get it to work on most Office printers, you cannot print to the edge of the page, so that wouldn't look exactly like the model given on page 160 of the second edition. The model given on page 171 of the first edition has a vertical line separating the headings from the body text areas. Again, I wouldn't worry about that, although we can try to add those elements later as a more advanced exercise. For the time being, Charlotte has provided us a lead-off document to examine, and I'd say it's about 90% of what I'm hoping to get from you. As you can see, the overall look of the format is very much like the penultimate version in the second edition on page 158. And when I go to view draft to see the styles list, you're going to notice that what you see is what you get formatting, and the content area changes dramatically, and that's because of the way the draft mode represents text that's been divided into columns and sections. But we're just examining the styles, and the styles look good. We have a title at the top, subtitle, very logical. Signature is a style that Charlotte created for both the salutation of that little block at the top and the signature, and that's good. Body text is the middle section. And then we have heading 1, body text again, another heading 1, switch to a list bullet, etc. So in terms of application of styles, this is perfect. Now, to tweak the formatting, the little tweaks that I have, I should present in a series of these clips. And the first one I'd say is we need to switch to the print view. It helps to go up to your full page view to see a document like this, to get an overall sense of balance and placement on the page. And I'd say that the one thing I noticed first was that I wanted a little more space after the signature and before this 2-column layout. I would think that I'd just create a paragraph style indicating in its name that it's only being used for vertical spacing. Now, I know I've said to try to avoid using empty paragraphs, but if you use them as part of the structure of the document, that's a relatively innocuous, benign workaround that will not cause a great deal of trouble when you're translating documents into different medium formats. So let me close the preview and show you quickly what I would do. The other thing I'd do is I'd probably move the whole thing up on the page a little bit to give me a little bit of room, because if I add space there, that's going to knock it, the bottom part down onto another page. I don't want that. We have an inch of margin up at the top. We don't need that. So I'll go to page layout, margins, and I come down here to custom margins, so I get my good old-fashioned box here that lets me quickly put in some numbers. All right, now I've got more space on the page, which you can see in the full page view, and what I'll do is I will, in the next clip, since I'm running out of time, I'll show you how to insert and name an empty paragraph style and make a few other little tweaks to the format.